Solomon builds the temple. A retold Bible story from 1 Kings, chapters 5 to 8. It was time to build a temple. For hundreds of years, ever since they had escaped from Egypt, the people of Israel had worshipped their God in the tabernacle, a beautiful tent they had made in the desert. But now they were settled in their own land. Their great king, David, had defeated their enemies and made them into a strong nation. David's dream was to build the temple. But God had said, "No, that is a job for your son." David was dead. His son, Solomon, had been king for 4 years, and so it was time to build the temple. Only the best materials would do, so Solomon made a deal with Hiram, king of Tyre. "The forests of Lebanon are filled with the finest cedar trees," said Solomon, "while the fields of Israel are bursting with wheat and olives. I will trade you grain and olive oil for those trees, and your men and my men can work together to fell the trees." King Hiram agreed. And soon after, rafts filled with lumber were floating down the Mediterranean coast from Lebanon to Israel. Solomon needed stone as well, so he gathered thousands more men and sent them off to the hilly country where they dug stone from the mountains and shaped it into blocks. The materials gathered, it was time to build the temple. How long did it take? 7 years, that's how long. But when it was finished, the temple was a marvel. It was 27 meters long, 9 meters wide, and 14 meters high. The outside was made of the stone they quarried, and the walls inside were panelled with all that cedar wood they cut down in Lebanon. Well, most of the walls, that is. For the walls in the holiest of holy place, the place where the high priest met God, were covered with gold. There were golden statues of angels in there too, whose wingtips reached from one side of the room to the other. There was a gold altar and gold lampstands and a gold table and golden bowls. And there were things made of bronze as well. Bronze pillars and bronze carvings and an enormous bronze basin that held 44,000 litres of water and sat on the back of 12 bronze bulls. When everything was finished, it was time to dedicate the temple. Solomon led his people in a great celebration where they thanked God and praised him. Then they brought the Ark of the Covenant to the temple. This was the box that held the stone tablets upon which God had written his 10 important laws. And when they put the Ark into the holiest of holy places, under the wings of the golden angels, the presence of God filled the temple like a cloud. And that's when Solomon prayed, "Thank you, God, for keeping your promise to my father David. Thank you for letting me build this temple. No building can hold you, God. Even heaven is too small. Still, mighty as you are, bend your ear to our needs. And when we hurt each other, or are in trouble, or fail you, hear us from heaven and answer our prayers." Then King Solomon rose from his knees and stretched out his arms before his people and blessed them. "God has kept his promises to us," he said. "May we always be faithful to him and obey his commands, so the whole world will know that he is God."